and we welcome you to N.E.W Brawl. We are live from Newcastle, moving around, doing the tour. It's nice to get out of Liverpool for a change, Owen. I'm your host, Max Radix, and what a night Brawl should be.
Well, don't speak so sour of Liverpool. Of course, we'll be back there for the EFW shows in the forthcoming days, but yes, we are live with Brawl.
It wasn't sour, it's just nice to be back on the road again.
Well, this one. This night could get very interesting. I mean, we're kicking off with that Jerry Buckley sob story, if you will, so far.
Well, yeah, sob stories are probably the right way of describing it, Erwin. Jerry Buckley, a calamitous run as of late, on a losing streak here in N.E.W. 5 losses currently in a row. Will be in action tonight, we believe, against Thunder.
I mean, I hate to say it, but it's not a great competitor to go against when you're on your 8th match in the ranking reshuffles.
8th match. So
yeah,
is that
7 losses so
7,
far.
excuse me. I thought it was
this is
5.
8, so yeah, no.
Wow, I lost count somewhere along the line. Well, this is for the UK title. It's a number 6 spot up for grabs. Jerry Buckley on the worst run of his professional career, arguably at the moment.
Oh, definitely. I mean, this is worryingly bad. I mean, I hate to talk down about him because I mean, when he's on form, he's absolutely brilliant, but he's shown no success in the last 7 matches. That speaks volumes, regardless of how good he is.
It just seems to me at the moment when he seems to be suffering from a lack of confidence, if you will, and he seems perfectly capable of teaching, but not capable of getting it done itself. But there's that old saying, isn't it? That those who can't do teach.
Well, I mean,
maybe Jerry Buckley should. Listen to that lesson.
Well, I talked about this last night. This ranking reshuffle is a cruel mistress. I mean, you get no reprieve if you lose. Every injury you've got carries over. You literally have 24 hours, if that, to prepare for the next match, your next opponent.
Well, it is time to bring the Thunder, the student of Cebu. 6 foot, 220 pounds from Phoenix, Arizona, 2-time cruiserweight champion, former hardcore champion, of course. Thunder, very, very handy in that ring. Very, very lethal. Will put his own body on the line.
Been inches away from the N.E.W Championship before.
Yes, he has. No fear, no sense, and a hell of a lot of potential. Thunder is definitely one to watch. Definitely on the up. And has youth on his side against the veteran Jerry Buckley, it has to be said, Erwin.
Well, yeah, and in amongst this roster, he's definitely one that could very well take that title from the Reaper, if you ask me.
Well, a thoroughbred, no question. Jerry Buckley, with a point to prove perhaps to himself more than anybody else. A respected veteran, don't get me wrong. A very valued trainer for EFW, I can tell you that. 5'11", 220 pounds from Hollywood, California. Jerry Buckley, with absolutely no fear, no intimidation, has been down that ramp, ran those ropes more times than Thunder's had hot meals, probably.
And of course, the only championships he's ever had were those tag team championships when he ran with the $1 Million Corporation.
Championship experience is championship experience, Owen. I mean, Thunder's decorated in his own right, but Jerry Buckley has been to the top of the mountain in some form of division at least.
Well, yeah, perhaps it's the lack of tag team partner that's throwing him off. Maybe he should perhaps seek some more solace in that tag team division, especially after a DDT like that from Thunder.
Tornado DDT, first blood goes to Thunder. You'd expect the speed advantage to go to Thunder tonight. Oh, what a big knee there to Buckley. Oh, sound technician in his own right, but this is not a good start for the veteran.
Yeah, he
kick to the heart there. Oh, what a straight right hand.
Buckley quickly returning.
Nothing fancy about that. Oh, 2 big elbows. And again to Thunder.
Well, Buckley at least managing to garner some offense in this match.
Yeah,
And
sure.
wisely, very wisely, chooses to go for some weapons against Thunder.
Well, of course, like every ranking reshuffle match, it is Extreme Rules. So everything that these two men do to each other is perfectly legal here tonight. Thunder gets that sledgehammer off Buckley. Tornado DDT again on the outside on that wafer thin mat.
Thunder back in control here. Exploder suplex right onto that sledgehammer's handle.
Jesus, right on that mat. That very little protection there on the outside. And Thunder, with that mean streak a mile long, might have just completely turned the tide of this matchup right there.
Saka. Well, that could be it right there. You're
That's
right.
It's over.
Buckley has just lost his 8th match. This is getting sadder and sadder to watch.
Thunder there with a tremendous victory against Buckley. That exploder suplex, my God, how vicious was that?
Broken a rib
And then
right
the shin Saka. Oh, absolutely. That exploder suplex, easily break a rib, dislocate a shoulder, neck injury, you name it. Thunder though, however, one impressive victory. Jerry Buckley there just rolls out the ring. I'm not sure if Buckley knows where he is.
Yeah, Thunder taking that 6th spot, and we're going to find out next week.
How impressive was Thunder though, when he barely broke a sweat here, with due respect to Jerry Buckley. My word, Thunder incredibly focused here tonight.
Oh, very focused. And we saw exactly what I expected to see from Thunder, but again, Jerry Buckley is going to have to find something, or he risks possibly meeting Kobayashi in EFW.
Well, of course, the next match coming up tonight after that high impact opening there by Thunder, making a statement there. I believe we've got an IC rankings match, and it's going to be the Mechanic from the Fixers versus Charlie Braddock, of course, the former Enforcers. Two heavy, hard hitters. This is going to be a pretty brutal one-on-one in my opinion.
Probably an absolute slugfest if you ask me, and I've got to say, I'm loving that name Doctor and the Mechanic have settled on, the Fixers. If they get their stride, they are going to fix everything about that tag team division.
Wow, just remember the last tag team that gave themselves a fancy name. It hasn't worked out so far.
Hang on a second.
Wait a minute, this is not part of our scheduled programming.
No, Franco is meant to be in the main event, and he's meant to be facing Vega.
Oh, Jesus. He's shot.
I think he's just got in the building, but that's Alex Crom. And we know the war these two have had over their entire career span here.
Oh, well, yeah, the battle of the suplexes has just got personal because they're in the backstage, and German
continues.
German on the concrete floor. Sweet Jesus. Franco may have just killed Alex Crom.
And again, these two have had such a storied rivalry throughout N.E.W to the extent where I didn't even think it had
Christ
been going
Crom's
as
alive.
long as it has.
And he's fighting back.
Well, this could seriously affect Franco's chances at that N.E.W title run.
I think these two just need to get it over with in the ring before someone gets seriously hurt. We need an answer. Which one is truly better? Who is the suplex king here in N.E.W?
Well, let's not forget, Franco won that triple threat between Alex Crom and Hannibal Jacobs and himself to move up in the rankings.
Well, you could always argue that Jacobs was a wild card in that match. With respect to Jacobs, he's a great brawler, a great wrestler in his own right, but he's not really known for his technical approach.
Yeah, it's the second time he's found himself in that position, in the middle of these two, essentially.
It's like when anyone gets in the middle of Snake and Crazy Hammer. It's just a bad night for them, and generally a bad night for the other two.
Yeah, Alex Crom here.
Big insecurity there by Crom, but the fireman carry there by Franco.
Back and forth as you'd expect between these
On
two.
the outside, another crunching belly to belly. That is concrete, ladies and gentlemen, a concrete floor. There are no mats out there.
And again, Crom is not due a match here. Franco, however, is.
We have to remind the audience.
Oh, kick! Sweet Jesus, what a kick!
Straight into that chair.
How did that knock Franco out?
He's one tough son of a bitch, that's how. But I don't think he's going to take much more.
Wow, that was shades of Wade Nelson's Insecurity heard around the world. Alex Crom proving he's got more than suplexes up his sleeve tonight. Supposed to be in the main event. How likely is that after this brawl on the outside and they're taking it to the parking lot?
Well, and again, it's not just any main event. Franco is going up against the monster Vega. I mean,
well,
you need to be at 100% and then some to even think about defeating Vega.
Well, Franco and Alex Crom are clearly not thinking things through for the longevity of their careers. Second German suplex
Out in the car park here.
and a third. Sweet God, that's enough. That is enough.
Well, apparently not. Franco sending a
God,
message to Crom.
Franco slam on the concrete floor, dear Lord. He could have broke his spine in half.
Oh, I'm trying to crush his leg with that box there. I don't know whose car is that.
I hope it's not mine.
God.
Wait a minute.
That is my car. Wait a minute.
Oh, well, you might need a new one when this is
What
over.
What the? Get that security out there immediately. That's my car, God damn it! Don't you dare! Who's on the mic? Who's on the camera? Get a message out there right now.
Well,
Sweet Jesus, no!
you might need some new
My
bodywork
baby,
after
no!
this.
That's a $20,000 Cadillac. Oh!
Franco.
You scratch on one inch of paint on her, and I swear to God, I will hunt you down and kill you like the dog you are, Franco.
You see, this is why I don't park the party bus anywhere near the arena.
I'm parked next to the boss, as you can plainly see. If they go anywhere near Goldman's limo, they'll be looking for a new job tomorrow. I can promise you that.
Oh, wait.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What is Crom? Why do you have a kendo stick in your boots? Why the hell do you have a kendo stick in your boots?
I'm a public figure. I'm Max Braddock, so why wouldn't I have a kendo stick in my boots? You have any idea how many people try and take a swing at me on a daily basis?
So you carry a kendo stick around in your
Yes, yes I do, for self-defense. Oh! That's right. Under these white cowboy boots are some very dark socks, my friend, I can tell you that.
Why the hell did Alex Crom know you had a kendo stick? Or
I
was he
have
just happening
absolutely
to
no earthly
stumble
idea.
upon it? Oh, well, regardless, he never got a chance to use it. Again.
I'm not particularly happy that they just looked in my boot for the record, but, you know,
Well, we should really lock that thing.
it was locked. Alex Crom clearly has a villainous past. Oh! After this attack, my God, Crom has gone insane. Franco's gone back for more. This is just a brawl, Owen.
These two
And
do
they're still
not like
very,
each
very
other.
close to my
And
car.
they're still throwing each other into that car. Oh, he might be safe for a while.
No, please, not a German. Not a German. Oh! Oh, thank God she missed. I mean, no, second German. And a third. Dear Christ. That's it. That's over. Security are finally getting their asses in gear. Check my car. Franco and Alex Crom.
Franco has a match tonight.
For God's sake, the humanity. And remember, Owen, we have to remind our audience that security have been told until a brawl comes to some form of conclusion to stay out of the way for their own safety.
Well,
but we also know that Adrian Goldman has said that any backstreet brawls, any unsanctioned matches will be dealt with. There will be, and I quote, severe consequences. So what does that mean for Franco and Alex Crom?
That's a very good question. I mean, clearly Adrian Goldman can't let this kind of thing continue. It's quite possibly affected Franco's chances. It could certainly have changed that outcome in that matchup, our main event here tonight.
you just don't know how much of a grudge that Adrian Goldman will hold. He has been known to change matches, throw matches in at a whim in the early days of N.E.W and in EFW, where we didn't even know the match card half the time.
That's very true.
We're blessed to have this kind of tech monkey information that we have at our fingertips nowadays.
And I mean, thinking about it, it's probably going to wait till next week. I don't think Adrian Goldman's going to change his plans here tonight.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, it's already been advertised, and Goldman always likes to give the fans a show. So, as long as Franco can walk, I think he's going to be in a match tonight against the Monster Vega, which is not good news for him after the punishment he must have taken on the outside on a concrete floor against a suplex machine like Alex Crom. There's no way he's going to be 100% for tonight's main event. Absolutely no way. Well, talk about bruises. Here are the fixers, Erwin. The mechanic and the doctor. The doctor supporting his tag team partner. It is official. The mechanic, 6'8", 411 pounds from Dover, Delaware, a former United States champion. And the fixers, in my opinion, are a very, very bad news for Magnum Opus. I mean, look at these guys.
They are huge.
Insanely big guys.
I mean, the doctor, for me, he's got a new lease of life here in this tag team. He's always got to that mountaintop, but never really overcome when it mattered most. I think that might be about to change now that he's teamed up with former US champion Mechanic. Well, the Mechanic, of course, has got all that pedigree, has that United States win to his name, the much coveted United States Championship. The Doctor, of course, always been a peak athlete, as you quite rightly say, and never quite stayed at the top of the mountain, but could learn a lot from Mechanic. These two together could be an unstoppable force. If we've seen some of the work they've done as a tag team, it's been impressive. It's shades of the Andersons for me, Erwin. They've got a very old school, hard-hitting approach, but it really works for them. Well, speaking of Smash Mouth, this is a guy that can go. This could be the godfather of Smash Mouth. Charlie Braddock, 5'10", 310 pounds from Bismarck, North Dakota, former Intercontinental Champion. I believe Erwin is, of course, for the Intercontinental ranking in the Intercontinental ranking. So Charlie Braddock has that previous experience as a champion. Does that give him the edge here tonight in what's going to be a very close encounter between two very hard-hitting guys, or does that extra man advantage give the Mechanic the edge? I mean, which way do you think this one's going to swing? Well, although Braddock's reign was short-lived at only 14 days, he was the man to end Cowboy Roy's illustrious 160-day reign as Intercontinental Champion. And I mean, that speaks volumes. I mean, as much as I'm not a fan of Charlie Braddock the person, you can't argue with a stat on his side like that, but he is in there with the Mechanic. Well, Charlie Braddock, bravely, perhaps definitely unwisely, I would say, try to lock up there with the Mechanic, on thrown across the ring and a knee to the face for his trouble. The kicks continue by the Mechanic, a very aggressive start here. Off, double axe handle to the back of Braddock, right to the spine. Braddock not wrestled in a few weeks, could be suffering a wee bit of ring rust, Erwin. Yeah, we've not seen him in some time, not really since these Intercontinental rankings were set back out in the ranking reshuffle. No, we have not. Mechanic, of course, inactive in tag team competition. 2 free kicks again there by the Mechanic. Braddock is struggling here. Oh my word. Underhook overhead. Oh, Fisherman's, yeah. Very lapsadaisical, you know, didn't even hook the arm over the head. Literally just threw him. But sheer strength. Powerbomb. Sheer technicality there by Braddock. Shocking perhaps everyone there. Sheer good amount of speed there from the big guy. And power, my word. Gut wrench suplex. Braddock has faced people like GBH and Cowboy Roy in his career.
He's got all that
That's
experience.
Yeah, that's got to give you some advantage.
All that
some
big
experience.
Oh, big elbow. Big match experience. Big elbow by Braddock.
Mechanic in trouble here.
Knee to the spine, lower back of Mechanic, just constant attacks by Braddock. Oh my word, knee straight to the head. Right hand and again, free on the ropes, Mechanic reeling, runs him. Oh, another big elbow to add to the collection.
Braddock has really turned this thing around here.
Yes, he has. The Mechanic must be seeing stars. Face first into the ring apron.
Sending him up to the top rope.
High risk.
Side slam.
Mechanic, no answer for it. Braddock
Connects with that big side slam. Goes for a pin here. Shatopa's down. 1, 2. No, not even a 2. Not even a 2, Owen.
I saw the Mechanic before. Braddock went for the pin there, gulping
On the
down
rope.
there. Trying to get
Speed
his breath
block.
back.
Oh, hand drag. What a counter by Braddock there. Mechanic trying to go for a belly. The belly tornado DDT by the looks of it. Yes, connects.
The Mechanic really in trouble here.
Yeah, Mechanic there. Out countered by Braddock. Clearly quicker than the powerhouse.
Again, Braddock is one of those people do tend to underestimate. They kind of forget the people he has been in that ring with.
Well, you know,
People
all
he
of
has victories over.
I said it so many times, Erwin, and I truly did believe it. Every member of the Enforcers, every male member of the Enforcers, was a potential world heavyweight champion material. You know, I included every man in that group who hadn't won that belt yet, and Charlie Braddock would definitely be in that category. This guy, I tell you, he gets his head in the game. He is world champion material.
Of course, his intercontinental dreams here definitely running strong for Charlie Braddock, hoping to get that belt back once more.
Oh, big chop. Shades of the Nature Boy. Hard knife end chop to the Mechanic. Into the ropes again he goes. Oh, misses with
missed
the
that
headbutt.
though.
Head first right into the ring.
Leg of the Mechanic.
Oh, bell of the belly. Blocks the kick. And with that huge bell of the belly, Mechanic now reeling. And Charlie Braddock feeling confident.
Well, the earlier questions of ring rust have long since dissipated here, as Charlie Braddock's attack on the Mechanic continues. Doctor looking on helpless here.
Cannonball maneuver there by Braddock. Pulls the Mechanic right back out that corner. Goes for the pin.
Shatopa's down. Not again. Not even a 2. Not even a 2.
Well, that is the strength of the Mechanic right there. He has taken one hell of a beating here.
He's taken 310 pounds being hurled at him.
Oh wait, pop-up powerbomb!
My word, what strength by Braddock. 2. No!
The Mechanic!
A whisper away.
Perhaps hearing the Doctor's frantic tapping on the other side of the ring.
2.9. The very definition. Right there.
That was a close shave indeed.
Going right back to it.
Oh, Braddock with a beautifully executed suplex there, Erwin, right from the ground there. Great technicality there by Charlie Braddock.
Braddock's still in control here of the big guy. Just that quick flurry early on seemed to change the pace of this match here.
I'm always surprised by Braddock's speed. His greatest weapon is his mind, don't get me wrong. He's a conniving individual, but he can mix it up.
He's
Never ever underestimate him.
Hang on though.
Oh, wait a minute, Mechanic now showing. Yeah, he's no slouch when it comes to mat wrestling. Braddock getting the belly room eventually back into the corner.
wait.
Oh, what a counter DDT! DDT, the Mechanic needed that from nowhere. Planning Charlie Braddock, pulls him away from the ropes. Could be his opportunity here.
Oh, here we go.
Beating him down. Straight left hands, nothing fancy.
There's
Just
that
going
fury
to
of the
work.
Mechanic.
Straight shots to the head of
Come
Charlie
on.
Braddock.
Now Braddock, after all that, finds himself back in a fight against the mechanic. He's now got that arm lock.
Arm lock with that knee, right in, you see that knee, it's right into the spine there of Braddock now. Counters. Slug to the gut.
Back to an equal base. Braddock comes off the better. Oh, wait.
Oh, trying to get a neck breaker there, mechanic. Wiggles out of it. Lariats! Hard lariats!
Caught up in the ropes. Charlie Braddock
almost hung himself in the process, but what a hard lariat that was by the mechanic, Irwin.
Oh wait, got him up on his shoulders. Full service! Very close to the ropes though.
Yeah, Shatopa calls it way too close to the bottom rope. The hand of Braddock immediately reached out for the bottom rope. Shatopa wisely and calls off the pin.
I think Doctor was trying to warn Mechanic there, but
Mechanic, I think, just got caught up in the heat of battle as he did there. I think momentary distraction has given Braddock the opportunity with the pin here. After the overhead throw, and it's over.
The Mechanic too fatigued.
I think the sheer velocity of what Braddock did took the Mechanic by surprise, Irwin. It literally threw him over his head. It came from absolutely nowhere. It could have winded the Mechanic enough to keep him down for the free in the end, but what a hard-hitting match that was between Braddock and the Mechanic in the IC rankings.
What a hard-fought battle that was. What a victory for Charlie Braddock here
Pop-up
tonight.
powerbomb there. Incredible power by Braddock. See it again. And I thought that was all. The Mechanic. Oh, look how close that was. A full service. Just far too close for the rope. You see the bottom. You see the hand of Braddock there under the bottom rope. And that overhead toss was enough to keep the Mechanic down. Oh, wait a minute!
Hang on a second.
Oh, wait a minute! It's not even the same rankings, for God's sake! Oh, what a close line!
Bloody lunatic again.
Red is here!
He doesn't care. Wow.
Oh, wait a...
Doctor.
The Doctor now.
Oh,
wait.
joining in.
The Doctor!
Well, we've seen Red team with the fixers before. I mean,
Oh, wait a minute! The Red!
Oh.
Red and the Doctor are just taking out the Mechanic! What betrayal by his brand new tag team partner! They've just made their team official, Owen!
Well, yeah, I mean, the Mechanic walking out of here, Charlie Braddock here. Oh, red alert! I don't know why the Doctor chose to get himself involved, but he did. Maybe wanted to get a bit of a beating in there for the loss from the Mechanic.
Who knows?
What was that all about?
Who knows?
I know Red just comes to fight. That's basically, he's just terrorising Adrian Goldman's attempt to create a wrestling establishment here.
The betrayal on show tonight by both men, Owen.
I mean, part of me admires it, but knowing that he's basically gunning for me, part of me fears that.
Why don't we just get this match over with and stop this lunatic in his tracks? He's clearly not going to stop until he gets what he wants. He's been given what he wants. He just doesn't seem patient enough to wait for it. So why don't we just get it over with and get it done?
Well, of course, next week, the four members of that match are meant to be starting to face off in competition, so this might rush Adrian Goldman to make Red one of the first. Maybe he's bored. I mean, he has a weird way of expressing himself. Maybe this is how he says, I'm bored.
Well, Red is not a stable man. We know that much. The Doctor and the Mechanic, for a brief second there, allying themselves with the Rebel Red. I thought for a second there they were going to start attacking each other. They did momentarily, and then thought better of it.
What a crazy end to a brutal match, but we've got Brad Morse coming out here now.
Well, what else could possibly happen here tonight? Chaos, anarchy and brawl. Brad Morse is not supposed to be here, the current United States champion.
We don't know who he's going to face. I mean, the ranking search continues after his defeat over at Warlord. Oh, hang on a second.
Was out here running his mouth, the current United States champion, saying he doesn't have a challenger. And guess who's just decided to turn up? It's a demon of Fleet Street, the current United Kingdom champion. It's the Reaper.
Well, we know it. They've had this argument before, but because of Adrian Goldman's lack of having champions go against one another, because he doesn't want dual champions in that way in the singles competition.
There's nothing.
These two are never going to face unless one of them loses a belt, essentially.
Oh, the Reaper with a low blow to Brad Moss. Champion has struck champion.
I'd say this was unexpected, but it's nothing of the sort.
No, it's the Reaper. It's exactly what this man does. Carnage. Brad Moss, so no slouch. One of the longest reigning United States champion in N.E.W history is fighting back, and perhaps the Reaper has bitten off a little bit more than he can chew here tonight. Wouldn't it be just great to see this guy finally get his ass kicked by Brad Moss? Moss caught the bitch. Moss caught the Reaper.
Oh,
What a DDT.
Well, again, even if Brad Moss could be one to topple the Reaper, we're not going to see it for the UK Championship, as Brad Moss is the US Championship.
Double axe handle to the Reaper. The Reaper is reeling. The Reaper can be beat. He is human.
Oh, we've seen it once before.
European uppercut.
Championship.
Totally dominating the Reaper. Oh, what an uppercut. Oh, misses
the
with that
Reaper
kick.
dodge.
That demon-like speed. Oh, but the demon misses.
Brad Moss just a little quicker there as well. Oh, right crossbody reversed there.
What a counter by the Reaper. What ring awareness by the United Kingdom champion. And what a match this would be. What a shame. Champion can't wrestle. Champion. Oh, what a follow-away slam.
Well, who's to say it had to be for a title?
Oh, dear
clothesline.
What a
Shatoka being very, very brave there and trying to get the Reaper to stop it.
You have a family.
How about that?
Wow. Those two guys, one at each other bad. Security finally breaking these two up. Mike Shatoka, perhaps the bravest man in N.E.W right now, getting in the middle of those two, Erwin.
And the chaos.
Why didn't you get yourself down there and put a stop to it, Mr. World Heavyweight Champion?
Thanks. I'm happy watching this continue on the screen. hopefully, once we get them lot out of the ring, we will see our women's tag team match, which is going to be explosive.
Well, coming up next, of course, we have a tag team match. It's going to be the Scorpions and Sonia Jackson and Faria versus Foxy Valentine, Fox and Nancy Valentine.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, Vega! That's Vega! Vega's supposed to be in the main event. Vega is attacking the gangster. Oh, the gangster's been running his mouth about Magnum Opus, Owen. You knew this was coming.
The gangster, oh!
He beat the protege, now he suffers the consequences. Oh, wait a minute, he's fighting back against the monster.
I heard he was here
Oh,
tonight,
Jesus.
of course, returning.
Right to the wall.
Since that assault on Vega that's basically took him out of the Intercontinental rankings.
I can't believe my eyes here. The gangster is getting the better of the monster here. Vega
must have seen him and thought he'd try and put him out before this happened, but it hasn't gone so well.
Not so.
Oh, wait,
Not so far, anyway.
Oh, hang on a second.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what?
This is the problem with Vega.
You're just getting the monster
angry. Oh my God! What a spine buster!
He can change the match in the blink of an eye. Not that this is even a match.
This is why this is the ace in
wait.
the hall, Owen. Oh, what a suplex on the concrete. This has just got brutal real quickly between these two. Vega on the bidding of probably on the bidding of Snake from Magnum Opus, Owen.
Oh, gangster clearly.
The gangster been running his mouth for weeks and weeks now. Oh,
as you said, has
keeps beating Rick Weaver.
said a lot of things derogatory about Rick Weaver, that's for sure. Vega took him out of action, and no doubt the gangster's pissed about that too. He had Intercontinental goals. Would have been shattered. He's still in the tag team rankings, so that could possibly be a reason this is going on.
Well, I think basically the gangster had the sheer audacity to question a 7-time world champion. Because if a 7-time world champion says that an individual is the future, then you can put that in the bank. And a gangster should show proper respect to Snake and Magnum Opus, the tag team champions. That's just my opinion.
My opinion is he could just settle it in a damn ring. An Oklahoma slam there from Vega.
Sheer violence.
Oh, and then just sitting on the gangster.
Yes! That's like not a laughing matter now, is it, Hit Squad boy?
Again, I've got to wonder where Tyler York is.
Getting his ass kicked by Snake and Rick Weaver, that's where Tyler York is. You know how Magnum Opus work. Seek and destroy.
The locker room is right there.
Divide and conquer.
Well, there is one further down that hallway at the back there.
How either of these two men are still standing is fairly miraculous in my opinion. Of course, security will not intervene until it's safe to do so, but there will be again. But this is the second. It's the second backstage brawl we've seen here tonight, Erwin. Adrian Goldman is going to be furious about this.
Yeah, I can't see him being pleased that both main eventers have been involved.
Hellish spy buster there by the gangster on Vega on that concrete floor.
In backstage disputes like this.
Wrestlers putting their careers on the line in these personal feuds, not for business but for pride. Not for profit.
Oh my word!
For bragging rights.
Slam on the
God.
monster.
You can bet your bottom dollar that the boss is going to address this, Erwin. These four men better get ready to get their checkbooks out. I'm telling you, this one's going to be expensive.
Well, could this be all part of the plan from Magnum Opus though? I mean, think about it. Franco and the gangster could receive punishment in the form of a match, let's say. I mean, if all four are put into a match, hang on, Vega bomb! Well, if all four of those are put into a match, Vega could very well put out two contenders for gold that Magnum Opus are interested in.
a very good point. It could all be part of the master plan. No one can take a beating quite like Vega, and he finally puts away the Gangster after the assault, after Gangster puts up a valiant attempt after Vega tried to mug him in the back. But my word, there's going to be serious repercussions that you would have to think from Adrian Goldman after he's made it very clear his policy about backstage brawls, Erwin. These four men are going to have to pay a hell of a price when the boss gets hold of them.
They are in big trouble come Mayhem. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if Adrian Goldman puts some kind of message out on our Facebook or something like that beforehand about this situation, because with all the involvement from Red, this place is becoming a dangerous place to work for everyone. Not just Mike Shatova.
Not just Mike Shatova, yeah. Well, Mike's used to it.
That's very true. Well, hopefully now.
Mike gets danger money. He's like the second best. It's just, oh, for God's sake, what now?
He's back.
Well, yet another unscheduled appearance here. It's the Demons. Hasn't this guy done enough tonight? The Reaper, the former United Kingdom champion, he's already gone into one fight tonight. Does he really need to have to get into a second? This guy just can't do what he likes.
Well, he's going to.
I don't know who the hell he thinks he is.
Stopped.
But he needs to start to think about... Well, a Reaper full of confidence, full of something if you're asking for my opinion. Claiming there isn't a man on the roster worthy of his time or his effort. Claiming that he hasn't had a true challenge yet in N.E.W. That's quite a statement, Erwin, considering some of the matches the Reaper has been involved in.
Well, it's very, very hard to argue against it. He beat 7 other men in that 8-man elimination match. He is still a UK champion despite all the odds.
Still yet to be beat since his arrival in N.E.W. Of course, Wade Nelson beating him while he was still a member of the development territory in EFW.
And that's the only defeat he actually had there that wasn't a triple threat or more, where he wasn't the one pinned.
It's quite a statistic.
It was the only defeat he had as champion.
The Insecurity heard around the world. The only manoeuvre ever to keep the Reaper down for the count of 3. Coming up next up, ladies and gentlemen, in the hottest women's division in professional wrestling today, we have the Scorpions in Sonia Jackson and Farrier versus the Fox and Nancy Valentine in what promises to be
A red hot tag team affair, and this is going to be off the page.
Oh yeah, hopefully we can finally get to this damn match. These two tag teams, well, I would say spectacular, but I mean, we've seen what happened to Fox earlier in the week. She seemed to lose her cool in that match against Lisa Chase. Nancy Valentine being the next opponent for Lisa Chase, also very, very off her game, if you will, in that match.
Well, ever since Foxy Valentine lost the tag team titles, they have suffered a bit of a crisis of confidence, in my opinion. I think you're quite right in what you're saying there, Owen. I think tonight, a win against the Scorpions, against Sonia Jackson, former women's champion, against Farrier, former EFW women's champion, these could put them right back on track here tonight, and they're capable of doing it. It is a mentor and a protege type relationship. They know each other so very well. The Scorpions, don't get me wrong, Sonia Jackson and Farrier are both super talented ladies, but they are still relatively a new team here in N.E.W. I believe that gives Foxy Valentine's the edge.
Well, perhaps, but I think after last night's performance, I think we may have found that the Scorpions have finally clicked.
They were very impressive, there's no question about that. Certainly a team to watch in the women's tag team division. The Scorpions, Sonia Jackson and Farrier. Sonia Jackson, 5'3", 126 pounds. Farrier, 5'8", 152 pounds. Sonia Jackson from Essex, Vermont. Farrier, of course, from Lisbon, Portugal. These two ladies, very impressive records in their own right as a team. As you say, just starting to click, just starting to find their rhythm. But I believe they've got the potential to go all the way and win those much coveted women's tag team titles, Owen. Of course, Sonia Jackson already the current women's heavyweight champion. She could create history and become only the second dual women's champion in N.E.W's history.
Well, how fierce this team is. It's such a new team.
But what a pedigree. When you have the current champion in your corner, Farrier must be feeling pretty happy with herself and how her N.E.W career's gone so far.
Interestingly enough, it doesn't even seem like Farrier's in her usual ring attire.
Some sort of hooded mask, if you will.
Farrier, what we see her in at ringside more often than not. That's a question of how seriously she's actually taking this, perhaps thinking that Fox and Valentine are going to be off their game here tonight. Who knows?
Well, you never know, perhaps Farrier could be suffering from an injury, that perhaps that gear is just slightly more comfortable to wear. You never know. In Foxy Valentine, former tag team champions, looking to get themselves back on track here tonight. Fox, 5'5", 132 pounds. Nancy Valentine, 5'2", 109 pounds. The Fox, of course, from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Nancy Valentine, Long Island, New York. One tag team title reign to their name already. Foxy Valentine, when they're at their best, when they've got their head in the game, Owen, they're a very difficult team to beat. Jackson. It could be a blip, and it could be back to business tonight for Foxy Valentine. Sonia Jackson and her partner have to be on top form here tonight, in my opinion, if they're going to beat Fox and Nancy Valentine.
Well, yeah, I think you could be right there. Jackson was off to a strong start. That Russian leg sweep equals things up.
Going straight for the women's champion. Who can blame her? The Fox wants that championship back. Oh, Northern Light suplex. Beautiful manoeuvre there by the Fox.
Fox going to the outside.
On the ring apron. Already trying to play a few mind games there with current women's champion. My word, what a crossbody, springboard crossbody, tremendous athleticism there by the Fox, going right back for the head, just slamming it time and time again on that ring mat, Erwin.
Very
ring apron.
Common wear down tactic for Fox. disorientating her opponent, but not enough yet for Sonia Jackson with a sunset flip. Gets back into this game but needs to think fast. Making herself to Farrier.
Yeah, Farrier now, legal wound. And right back onto the attack to the Fox. Backdrop by Farrier. Slightly different gear tonight from usual, as you said. Might make her more manoeuvrable than that catsuit she generally wears, the Fox. Finally with that blind tag there, and the fresh Nancy Valentine is going to come in quick. Kick to the gut. Misses though with the clothesline. Farrier ducks. Springing neck breaker takes down Nancy Valentine. Right back on the attack goes Farrier. Bulldog.
Crowd coming alive here for the Scorpions. Nancy Valentine.
Misses again with the clothesline. Well, Scotty
catches that one.
Third time's a charm by Nancy Valentine. Gets that third clothesline, connects. The Fox now finally back on the ring apron as Farrier tries to crawl to her corner. Valentine lets her get to the middle of the ring, but no further. Stops her in the tracks and goes right back to the attack. Foxy Valentine now trying to take control of this match, but makes a tag to the Fox. You see some form of double team here, runs the ropes. There you go. Overhead toss, double kick there. Tremendous.
Farrier leaping for the tag though.
Yeah, Farrier though, great ring presence, gets that tag as well to Jackson though, but Fox steps out of the way, misses with that lariat crossbody. Lou Thesz press by the Fox. She connects in a big way.
Sonia Jackson.
Back and forth stuff between both teams here, Aaron.
Yeah, and I mean it's back to Fox and Jackson here. Just how this match started. Oh wait, caught Fox, who I think was going for a Hurricane Rana.
Yes, she is. Caught right in midair. Tremendous strength guillotine there by Jackson onto Fox.
Is now going up to the top rope herself. That's going to show how it's done.
Fox back on the feet.
No drop kick.
Big drop kick. Connects. Hard. Fox is down. Jackson now on a roll and in control.
And as that sign just appeared briefly, now it's a party. Sonia Jackson on the attack.
Going for a submission here.
Yeah, perhaps the surfboard stretch or no, just wearing out.
I thought she was setting up there for the surfboard stretcher, and yeah, but she's going for that knee buster instead. Sonia Jackson shows she can just change tactics there, so quick as a whip.
Keep your opponents off guard.
Absolutely. There you see again that speed there by Jackson. Able to mix it up again, the tempo. Wisely moving the Fox into the centre of the ring.
Preparing for the double knees.
The quadruple knees by Sonia Jackson. Knee to the gut.
We've seen this.
DDT!
Again, one of the masters of that move.
We shall have a battle of the DDTs one day, Owen. I think that could be interesting here in the NEW. We've got so many good DDTs in the NEW.
I think Sonia Jackson has actually even had words with Jake the Snake himself on how to perfect that move. That's how dangerous she wants that mover to be.
Well, of course, the master of the DDT, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Foxy Valentine's quickly back in control here.
Sure to have a bit of advice on destruction for Foxy Valentine. Nancy Valentine now the legal woman after that tag. Sweep by the champion onto the rookie. Caught unaware there. Champion perhaps playing possum. Using all of the experience there. Keeping right back on a dirty move there. Kick to the back of the head. Word by the suplex. Snap suplex. Quite literally. What a snap.
Makes a tag to Farrier.
Farrier now just as dangerous. Submission specialist. All the damage been done. to the upper torso and the neck of Nancy Valentine already in this matchup.
Just contorting the body.
There you go, Farrier. Oh, going for those arms.
Weakening Nancy Valentine up, and well, there's the respect.
Absolutely none shown, none given by either Farrier or Sonia Jackson.
Farrier up to the middle rope.
Well, oh, kick.
Right to the face.
Misses with a drop kick.
Yeah, Valentine had that one scouted. Moved to the side there.
Just quick enough. Does she have the space? Oh, wait a minute, right in the wrong corner though. Front face sweep, if you will.
Farrier rolled out.
Looks like a face buster. Oh, what a forearm by Nancy Valentine. Oh my word, another face buster right into the mat.
I thought she was going to try and take that hood off for a second there.
Knee right to the spine there of Farrier. In fact, I think Valentine was thinking about it, but I think just wants to keep focused on the job here, Erwin. I'm not sure if this showboating is wise against the former EFW Women's Champion.
Of course, Nancy Valentine, no submissions, but you're right, she doesn't want to underestimate Farrier.
Of course, Farrier with that crossface-like submission. Deadly.
Oh, here we go
Nancy.
though. Nancy Valentine.
Butterfly. Armbar. Double armbar. Submission maneuver. Farrier in trouble.
Does not submit, rolls out of it. Very beautiful there.
Well, technique.
Oh, and sweeps the legs.
My word, but a chop to the legs there by Farrier, just completely taking Nancy Valentine out. The submission specialist now.
Pulls her away
Master
from the
technician.
ropes. Fox trying to save her, missed, I think.
Yeah, did miss completely. Trying to completely stop the submission before Farrier could get it locked in there. The Fox using all her veterancy-like skills there to break it up before the damage could be done.
Farrier not happy about that now, dragging Nancy Valentine around the ring. Going for a pin.
Riley for the tag team partner. 2. Nancy Valentine not given any help there by the Fox, expected to do the work herself, and she does kicks out after 2.
Yeah, Farrier clearly only interested in wearing her opponent and perhaps the mental psyche of Foxy Valentine's down with that pin. I don't think she was going for a success.
No, Scorpions definitely playing a wee bit of mind
The
games.
same with Jackson here, using the ropes.
Oh, kick out again by Valentine.
Fox screaming at Shatopa there.
Yeah, Mike, uncharacteristically in the wrong position there. Sonia Jackson, just sheer power there, slamming
Like a
Nancy
choke
Valentine. It's almost like a choke slam, like a goozle. Traditional goozle. Sonia Jackson.
We've seen Nancy Valentine do that often enough. Perhaps that was a receipt from another day.
Here you go, Erwin.
The double knees again. And you know what that means.
Yes, you do.
Valentine in trouble. DDT.
The Jackson DDT.
Valentine is out.
It really is the
Her
Jackson
eyes
DDT.
rolled back in her head.
In the corner.
Pulled way away from her partner.
Yeah, that's a good thinking. Giving her tag team partner all the room in the world. Fox is in, but they ain't gonna get there.
Over.
The Scorpions have won. Impressive victory over the former tag team champions. Not many people kick out of 2 Jackson DDTs, Erwin.
No, that's very true. And that actually places, I did not realise, but that actually places Scorpions as the #1 contenders now.
Wow, well there you go. Thank you, Stat Monkeys.
So that means some point next week we'll see them face off against Truth Force. That is going to be a match to watch.
Yes, it is. Truth Force versus the Scorpions. It'll be a match for the ages for the women's tag team champions. This team are New Kids on the block, but they have hit the ground running here at Brawl here tonight. Sonia Jackson and Barrier with an impressive victory on Brawl. What a night in Newcastle.
Yeah, what craziness we've seen, but the matches that have been on have been phenomenal, and hopefully, just hopefully, we will actually see this match, and it will actually be a match and not a complete slaughter.
Okay, yes, ladies and gentlemen, fingers crossed after the chaos of tonight, our main event, of course, in the N.E.W rankings. It will be the two-time All-American member of the crew, Franco, here tonight versus the monster Vega, who of course was involved in that brutal backstage brawl earlier here tonight.
Well, both of these competitors have been in backstage brawls tonight.
Yeah, but Franco got what they got coming to him.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Vega was just taking care of business,
attacking Franco and not coming off the better. Vega attacking Gangster and coming off the better.
Well, Vega was always going to come off the better. He was clearly looking after his tag team partner and friend Rick Weaver.
I'm almost surprised that this thing isn't going to start out back with the night we've had. This falls count anywhere in the N.E.W rankings.
Yeah, I shudder, quite frankly, shudder to think what Adrian Goldman is going to do to these men when he sees them later tonight. I shudder what's already been said in the gorilla position as we speak. I'm surprised we're not being screamed at, Erwin.
Yeah, I'm equally surprised.
It's been deadly quiet. That's the thing that scares me.
That's never a good thing. That means he's even more furious than usual, and he's plenty furious usually.
Well, Franco, proud member of the crew, 6 foot 248 from Beverly Hills, California, former IC champion, former two-time TV champion, of course, also a former tag team champion with the crew at short run title reign. An absolute thoroughbred. Many have tipped this young man as a future world champion, Erwin. I know you rate this young man very highly. Of course, he's been making some grounds here in the N.E.W rankings, and a match between Erwin and Franco, that would be something to watch.
Oh, most definitely. I mean,
he's a young buck, Erwin.
He'd be a hell of an opponent, I can't deny that. But an equally scary thought is this guy right here.
You know what's a really, really scary thought? Vega is a dual champion in the N.E.W. Vega, a proud member of the most dominant force in professional wrestling today, Magnum Opus, as N.E.W World Heavyweight Champion. Snake, the manager of the World Heavyweight Champion. Could you imagine what that would mean for N.E.W?
He's been there before, and with the run he's been on in the tag division, could very well get there again.
Vega, 7'4", 640 pounds. Every man's nightmare. The former N.E.W champion, the two-time Intercontinental champion, former United States champion, a two-time European champion, current one-half the tag team champions, one of the most decorated man in N.E.W history, future Hall of Famer, no doubt about it, the monster that is Vega, the ace in the hall of Magnum Opus.
And this, as I keep repeating, is falls count anywhere,
and it will not be pretty.
Oh, it's gonna get ugly fast.
Knee to the gut, double axe handle by the monster. Franco already in trouble.
Vega already leaving the ring.
Don't get me wrong, folks, Franco's a thoroughbred.
He's got a chair.
He's a stud.
Oh, shot to the head of Vega is Vega!
Like giving Godzilla a nuclear missile.
I don't think even that kind of brutality could quite match Vega's insanity. Over the top rope, Franco goes on the ring apron, from right back in, the hard way. Oh, wait a minute, Vega.
Oh,
Oh, 640 pounds down on the ribs of Franco.
Quite literally stepping over his opponents.
Now with a brain screw. He's just crushing the skull.
Could literally cause a concussion right there.
And again, if Franco was 100%, this might have actually been a match.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh!
Well, come on. You did say both these men were involved in backstage brawl, so who's to say that Vega is 100% either, Erwin?
Well, I don't think Vega really needs to be at 100% to kill people. He's that kind of monster.
Franco,
however,
counters, thankfully, after that sledgehammer was brought into the ring. Now fighting back with that arm lock.
Yeah, thinking more technically, thinking that's how he's going to defeat the monster here tonight after a...
Well, you're not going to beat him in a power-based game.
Oh, definitely.
So it's speed or technical ability. Franco has both of those in abundance, so that's his only hope here tonight against a guy this size.
Again, Vega just powering through.
Oh, there you see it. Speed and technical ability, both the thing he needs to win. What a gut-wrench suplex by Franco. Hard shots to the spine, in the corner, the monster reeling.
Oh, and just throws him into the turnbuckle using the momentum right onto that. Oh, wait a second, no!
Yes!
That's Rick Weaver.
The cavalry has arrived. Have you ever seen anything more beautiful?
Franco needs to turn around
Vega's
fast.
tag team partner is here to cheer his partner on.
Oklahoma
God! What an Oklahoma slam! This is over.
No,
What?
Franco is kicked out. Rick Weaver has thought the job was done, is leaving.
Well, I'm amazed Rick Weaver had time in his busy schedule tonight to come down here in person to cheer on his tag team partner. That was a beautiful moment there by Magnum Opus. I'm wiping away a tear.
That was sickening and unnecessary. I mean, as if you need distractions in a match against Vega.
It's Extreme Rules, it's all legal, I don't see your problem with it. Shots by Franco.
Franco still
fighting back.
Fighting! Oh, back, my God!
What a T-bot suplex with authority to Vader.
The strength of Franco never ceases to amaze me.
Getting him mixed up with other legendary big men there, Erwin.
I mean, Franco has, well,
surprised us all. Fighting back. What a suplex, what power.
He's gonna be
by Franco.
He's surely got to be using
pounds.
A lot of energy to lift 640 pounds like that so many times though. But still, he is on the attack here, sweeps the leg.
He is the apex thoroughbred.
Vega is rolling to the outside.
A two-time All-American. Cousin of Kurt Angle. A multi-time champion in his mid-20s.
Oh, Vega caught him though.
He's all being backslammed by a giant. Side slam, should I say, by a giant.
Vega. Again, he just can change a match like that, that sheer strength. But, oh, Franco. The man who went 30 minutes with all three of Magnum Opus.
That's a great point, Erwin.
Is fighting.
We know the level of resilience this man has. Stunner.
To the outside.
Essentially. A jawbreaker.
Yeah, utilising that rope.
Of course, Extreme Rules, Erwin. Anything goes.
Yeah, falls count anywhere. As Shitofa follows them out there in case of a pin or submission. Well, there's one.
Oh, wait a minute. Could shock the world right here, not even a two. Vega almost shocked by Franco's insolence.
Franco continuing on. Drop kick.
Right to the spine of the monster.
Franco perhaps thinking what he has to do here. There's Vega again. Oh, returning to his feet, but that might slow the big man down.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Head right to that ring post. Head into steel and skull.
Oh, and a kick to the gut to follow it up.
Ball and Metal should not connect in that way. This is the best opportunity Franco has had in this matchup, no doubt about it. If he can capitalise now on the Giant, he could pull off a big upset here.
Oh, but Vega again fighting free. The recovery rate of this man is absolutely terrifying. To add to other things like that.
Word. Sheer power and aggression doesn't hurt either.
Not when you're 7'4" and 640 pounds, it doesn't.
The fire and fury.
Oh, dear God. He literally just lifted him to the height of that top turnbuckle.
My dear sweet Jesus.
It's like being thrown to the outside from the top turnbuckle.
The internal organs.
And this could be all over from Franco right here.
Are being minced by
And it
Vega.
is. Chitopa's calling it.
It's over. Well, the interference by Rick Weaver, I'm sure didn't help Franco's cause, but he put up a valiant fight anyway. Vega, however, well, Vega's just a whole different level of evil and awesome intensity, Owen. When he sets his sight on you, there's very little hope and survival, never mind victory. What a brawl.
Well, Franco tried, and for a moment there I thought he was going to be victorious.
Franco tried,
but Vega,
Franco fought bravely, Franco failed.
Just squeezing the life out of Franco. He couldn't find a way out.
Putting your lungs in the blender. Oh, the monster. His arm being raised, telling Chitopa to get out the ring.
Dear God.
Mike's raved, but no one's that stupid. Well, his match up the N.E.W rankings continues. Once again, Vega's coming for you, Owen. And what a force to be reckoned with in the N.E.W. Good night.